Hello and welcome back. This is the power stage and gate drivers out of the AMC325, serial number 1493. And yeah, it's the middle phase is definitely shorted, and well, there's your problem. Oh, is that a focus? Hold on, there it goes. So yeah, yeah, you probably shouldn't be able to see the inside of the MOSFET like that. And then these two guys down here experienced some serious arcing and popped the gate driver resistors. Looks like everybody else on this side's okay. This phase looks fine. It's not showing shorted, but definitely this section and through here they're all in parallel. They're all shorted. It's shorted to the gate, which did in fact blow up the gate driver. Measured it. It's shorted, so the middle gate driver is also blown. If we flip it, the fuse is also blown too, of course. And if I go ahead and carefully rotate this puppy around, the other side's also got some damage to it. You can see that this FET doesn't exist anymore. And the one right above it, I don't know if you can see, you can kind of tell. Yeah, there you go. It's got a pretty good crack in it. So those guys exploded. So it's dead shorted. Got my meter here. We'll go ahead and just real quick. The fuse is definitely dead. So if I go like that, you'll hear it beep. But fuse doesn't exist anymore, which fuse is not there to protect semiconductors, just to protect your wires from catching fire. And so the MOSFETs popped long before the fuse did. If we go ahead and put one of the, maybe we get this to stay in there. Yes. Okay, we can go ahead and this will be a dead short since it just goes right on through. But if we go ahead and go into the gate drive, gate pin shorted, the source and the drain are all shorted as well, and it's going to be the same for all of them because they're all connected in parallel. But yeah, that's dead. It's also dead to the other side, such that I can actually, yeah, it's completely dead. The other side's shorted too. I guess I could show you that. Go ahead and flip it back around. Kind of precariously balanced here. There you go. But we'll go ahead and do the same thing. See if I can't get that to stay in there. Always hard to do one-handed. We'll do this. There you go. So of course that's going to be shorted because that's connected there, but yeah, you can see that to the gate's dead. Drain and source are dead on this side too. And I mean, if I go to say this guy up here, you can see, of course, it'll be shorted here, but we just get the diode drop 0.34 volts and open to the gate, of course. So yeah, the bottom phase is good, top phase is good, and the middle phase is completely dead. So I haven't decided yet if I'm going to just swap it out or rebuild it. It kind of sucks because I take the whole thing apart, because these are, you can see that they're it's one continuous piece of metal for the power rails that run all the way through, and there's like a gazillion yeah, lots of bolts to take off, lots of nuts. So yeah, to take the whole thing apart to get down to it. And yeah, oh, this is kind of a interesting little thing here. I thought it's kind of cool. I don't know, you probably can't see, but if it'll focus. Focus. There's been enough of a scene change. You should be trying to focus. Anyways, well, I can't get it to focus. Look, there you go. Ah, it was just there. You can't see, but cell phone. One of these days I'm going to buy something, an actual camera. But you notice there's a little tiny dot right there? That's an ant. And I took a picture of him. Yeah, you can kind of see. There's a little ant right there. And that's the high voltage across the capacitor. So I took a picture of him on the little camera right here so that you can see close up, because the phone doesn't really focus. Well, heck, it doesn't even focus. There you go. So we'll zoom in on him. So he made the unfortunate mistake of bridging the gap with his little antenna there. Just kind of died mid-touching. Now, what's interesting is that's actually not the only one. There's actually several of them, several ants in here. And go to the next page. Here's another guy bridging the same. He's in a different spot on this. He is right on this one. So that's got the one ant. Another ant down here bridging the gap. Well, it won't focus. My cell phone's crappy. And he made the same mistake. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can see his little antennae. He's touching the cap there, the screw for the capacitor. So yeah, maybe it wasn't the motor that's bad. Maybe it's the fact that there are tons of ants. There's another one right there. That one didn't come out very good. But there's a lot of ant bodies in the power stage, which isn't good. I'm not quite sure how they got in there, but I don't know if one of them touched the wrong spot and momentarily caused the two to cross conduct, and that would blow them. But I don't know. This gate driver, it's too hard to measure it, but one side's shorted, and it's the side that connects to the high voltage, which makes sense. So what, maybe 157 volts got applied to the gate driver when it shorted out. Since the one side is shorted to the high side and the other side shorted to ground, the ground side's okay. At least my quick check. I haven't actually checked it for functionality. I just diode checked it, and the high side is definitely blown up. It's shorted out. So gonna have to replace the gate driver or repair it, depending on how badly it's damaged. Sometimes it just kills these two transistors up here at the top. Those are the actual push-pull transistors that turn on and off the gate of, the phase here, or well, all of these guys. So if that's the case, we might be able to repair that and actually save the gate driver. I'm not sure. I can either I could just pop all these guys out, replace them. I'm gonna check all the diodes on the inside as well to make sure they're alive. And yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's easier just to replace the whole phase. I have to check. I might not have any spares without having to dive into my known good controller. I guess it depends on how quickly they need this back, because I think I'm gonna have to order some parts if I don't already have these MOSFETs. Especially if there's 8 on each side, so I'm going to replace them all. So that's 16 MOSFETs, possibly 16 diodes, because they're probably, if they're bad, we can replace all 16 diodes. I think I have some of these little transistors here that, or they're actually MOSFETs too, that for the gate drive. If not, I can pull them off something else. But yeah, so that's what's going on there. So again, verify that the middle phase on your motor is actually good. It'd be the white one. Oh, but you took the, it'd be the middle phase. It'll be the middle one. The middle wire. And yeah, maybe an ant crawled in there and touched the wrong thing with his antenna and shorted out made it momentarily turn on and pop. But you're driving, I don't know. The fuse is blown. It's definitely dead. But anyways, well, this video is really long. But thanks for watching. Bye.